Hello, everybody. Gotta get started. I'll wait for people to hop in, but we're gonna not jump into the topic. We're just gonna, share a little bit before we get into our discussion points and understanding like where this topic is coming from because prioritizing our health over all this toxicity in life is key for the way that our world is going. So you have to understand that when you observe and you look out into the earth, you look out in the world, you see people, you observe the people that are here on this earth. What do you see when you look around? You see people that are on prescriptions, have to take a pill when they before or after they eat, as soon as they get up in the AM or before they go to bed. Somebody who has to take some type of Tums or whatever else, Pepto-Bismol, something for an upset stomach because their gut biome is so off. When you look around, people prioritize food over them actually being healthy. You sit there and go back and forth eating any and everything knowing that your gut is off, because when you're sitting there having to take these Tums and you're sitting there taking Pepto-Bismol and all these different things for your gut health, you're taking gut supplements, you do realize that you're not actually taking care of your gut. Because if you were taking care of your gut and doing it correctly, you would be supporting it in healing. You wouldn't have to take a supplement. You wouldn't have to sit here and have a tincture or whatever else, because you would be supporting it with the food that you were eating. And I'm speaking as somebody who was not observing the earth, who was not observing the world around her, who was just consuming consistently and constantly because I didn't understand what I was truly doing to my body. I switched my lifestyle over, it's about to be 4 years, it's over 3.5 years ago, to being plant-based, because I realized how terrible the habits that I had, as well as the fact that society was all going in one direction, which is illnesses and diseases, and eventually getting led to cancer. And so I didn't want that for myself. I didn't want to have to sit here and try to figure out what in the world prescription I have to take for the rest of my life, or what disease I'm going to get for the rest of my life, because the evidence is right there. There's no reason for us to be sitting here just getting a diagnosis and sticking with the diagnosis because a doctor told you, hey, you all of a sudden have diabetes, you have insulin resistance, you have high blood pressure. And so I'm sitting there being told at 18 years old that by 22 I was going to have a knee surgery. I was told that I had developed asthma in high school. I had to have an inhaler if I was going to be doing any heavy activity, or I literally would be sitting there not being able to breathe. Not realizing the fact that I was so inflamed, that's the reason why I was having knee pain in 5th grade, wearing 2 knee braces. That's the reason why I had developed insulin resistance, because I literally was showing the signs. I didn't even get diagnosed. I saw the signs, and that was early on in my journey to realize. I literally was sitting there so inflamed that I had developed asthma. Nobody in my family has asthma. I had developed workout-induced asthma. And so here I am sitting there trying to rack my brain around it, and I'm like, how in the world do I get punished for doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Because you're supposed to be exercising, you're supposed to be moving your body, right? Your heart rate's supposed to get to a certain point, so when you're working out, you sweat more, you burn more calories, right? But it gave me asthma. So I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, obviously healthy lifestyle is not for me, because that's a part of it, right? We're supposed to work out. That's a part of it, that you're supposed to sit here and calorie count and restrict and do all these different things, and it's not working for me. That was me sitting there before I went plant-based thinking this is just going to be my life for the rest of my life. I'm going to be overweight. I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be inflamed. I'm not going to be able to sit there and be at the goal weight that I want to, because at the end of the day, I love myself, but there was no end in sight when it came to the suffering, because I was believing in diet culture. But once I revamped everything and really sat there and observed and started to do research during 2020, and sitting there realizing the fact that, like, thanks for the follow, that I didn't deserve that, it changed how I viewed what healthy is. It changed what I did for my body and to my body. It allowed me to realize the fact that this society and what they have deemed as normal, and what this little box of normal that they put us in, makes us prioritize other things over our own health. We sit here and we say that we care and we love for ourselves, but we don't even know how to take care of our own body. We sit here and take care of a number of different people in our life, but we don't even know how to take care of ourselves, to support ourselves, to give ourselves what we need. And we're not taught these things. But it's time for us to teach ourselves this. It's time for us to reparent our habits. But it all starts with you first getting out of the space of the programming that you are in, of thinking that you have to have meat and you have to have dairy to be healthy. Because all it's doing is leading you to inflammation, just like everybody else on this earth is dealing with. When you look around and you observe what society is going through and how they are suffering, all of these illnesses and diseases are linked to one singular thing. It's inflammation. Inflammation comes from when you are so built up with toxins and you're not releasing them, and your body has absolutely no way of expelling them or you to be able to use it. So what does it do? It sits there and holds on to it and puts it in your fat cells to say, maybe we can use this later on when you're sitting there. Maybe you go through another diet and so you're sitting there calorie restricting. Maybe you're sitting there making me, hold on, I gotta take these socks off, they're bothering me. Maybe you're making your body sit here and do a number of different diets of keto and paleo and all these different things. So your body's sitting there like, maybe I'll be able to use this later on. You don't recognize or realize that because you think when you have excess bloating or excess fat, that's just you not exercising enough. That's just you eating too much. But you don't realize that no matter how much you restrict, calorie count, or work out, if you were still eating these toxins and you don't know how to release them with food and not just dietary supplements that don't work, you're never going to be healthy like you need to be. When you observe and you take a step back from what is normal and what diet culture tells you to do, you realize if you use food as your medicine, you'll be able to heal without anything else, and you're wasting your money on all this other crap thinking that you need to do Weight Watchers and paleo and keto and all these different things that make you have imbalanced habits. Because Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig and all those different programs that you spend all that money on, you do realize that the same terrible product ingredients are in their products. They just have lower calories. They tell you that this is 80 points, which is 80 calories. This is 60 points, which is 60 calories. But you don't understand the fact that it still has titanium dioxide. It still has sodium phosphate. It still has gums in it. And all of these things not only disrupt your gut biome, but they're toxic to your body, and your body cannot expel them on its own. And you're sitting here in a state of disarray because your body is not used to all of the things that you have going on with this diet that you are following. And so it's holding on to that and it's panicking in between that. And you're sitting here like, oh, I'm so hungry. I'm just hangry. I don't know why I'm so angry. It's not because you're sitting here hangry. It's because your body's not getting any nutrients and absorbing any nutrients. And so since it's not getting any nutrients to absorb, it's panicking, it's trying to tell you, but you think you're hangry. So you go and you get you another 80 calorie snack because that's what they approve with your little point system. But you don't realize the fact that it's throwing you off. You're prioritizing the wrong things when it comes to your health. I don't know that off the top of my head. I do not, honestly. That's something you're gonna have to Google, because that has nothing to do with this topic, honestly. So I'm gonna move on from that. But like I was saying, if you don't understand what exactly is happening with our society, or you haven't taken the time to sit back and look, I challenge you, take a step back and sit there. Observe 10 people. When you are outside, look at 10 different people. How many of them are healthy? How many of them are in an appropriate weight? Well, right now, if they had to take off running, they wouldn't be out of breath in 1 or 2 minutes. How many people could last without having sugar in a month or two? None. I can guarantee you probably, if even one, if not none, out of the 10 people that you counted. Because so many people are prioritizing you getting something to fill your stomach over the fact that you want health and you deserve to be healthy. And instead of you taking the time, or at least taking a moment to step back and be like, what have I been doing all of my life that has led me here where I cannot be able to lose weight? I cannot be healthy. I have developed diseases. What in my life is keeping me in the space of being mentally imbalanced? Because a lot of us don't realize that our mental instability is stemming from the fact that we are nutrient deficient. A lot of people do not realize the fact that they are so nutrient deficient that their body is fighting itself, and that's the reason why they have anxiety. That's the reason why they're sitting here having panic attacks. That's the reason why they're sitting there developing schizophrenia at a young age, because they don't realize the fact that the foods that they're eating are not helping them. They're just filling their stomach and causing more toxins to build on. You don't know how to release. You don't know how to eat correctly. And if you're sitting here thinking like, oh, I need to eat according to my blood type. Oh, I need to sit here and calorie count or restrict, do paleo, do keto, do all of these different diet culture things. You have been misled, and you are sitting here following what Western medicine wants you to do, which is to keep doing what they're telling you to do, so you will be sick. Because if you do not know, as you sit there and you age and you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you have kids and you pass those habits down, you keep going back and forth to the doctor, you keep getting diagnosed with something else, you keep taking supplements, but you don't realize the fact that they are profiting off of you not knowing how to take care of your body, not knowing that you can heal, and you don't have to take the prescriptions, you don't have to be on insulin, you don't have to go through those chemo treatments. But you're so stubborn. You prioritize you filling your body with whatever crap that you want to eat. You're so stubborn that you won't even take the time to realize that you deserve better, and you don't deserve to be sitting here poisoning yourself. You don't take the time to sit here and realize the fact that all it takes is a couple of months of you resetting and cleansing correctly, and then all of the disease and illness will go away, and you'll see how your body will thank you and give back to you, be energized. You're sitting here depending on coffee, and you're not realizing the fact that the reason why your body is not energized and moving the way that it needs to is because you aren't giving it anything to be energized off of. Your body is just like your car. If you don't give your car oil, it's not going to go that far. If you have 1 mile left and you need to go 10 miles, what do? You have to put gas in your car. You can't sit there and expect your body to go 10 miles when you only gave it 1 mile of food. That makes no sense. And so you do this every single day. Like, really sit there and think about it. You do this every single day. You eat crap all day long. You go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, you go fry some chicken at home, or you sit there and make you an inflammatory snack when you get home because you want your cookies and your ice cream or dairy or whatever else. And so you're sitting here every single day treating yourself, because yes, we all go through it. Life is hard. And so they tell you on TV and program you that if you go through a breakup or you're having a hard day, what do? You sit in front of the TV with a whole bunch of inflammatory snacks. You sitting here eating your ice cream, and you sitting here eating a whole bag of chips and all these different things, which I'm not saying I don't snack, but you're not doing it appropriately. I snack and I make my own ice cream at home, super easy. All you have to do is use bananas. But when somebody says that to you, you're like, ew, I don't even like bananas. But I can make ice cream from bananas and it tastes delicious. It doesn't taste like bananas. It's all a matter of you educating yourself and knowing how to take care of your body. And a lot of people do not. Emotional eating. Emotionally eating is keeping you in the space of you not being able to be discerning. And I'm speaking as somebody who used to be an emotional eater and still struggles with emotional eating. I've never been the person to sit there and just binge eat on a whole bunch of stuff. But I am one of those people that I'm like, let me go get some ice cream if I'm not feeling good. But I'm not that anymore. We have to understand that society has programmed us. They have programmed us to do these things to ourselves. They have programmed us to sit here and have all the terrible, unhealthy habits, because as we keep going through life, we put that on other people, whether it's our kids or it's nieces and nephews, whoever is around us that is younger than us, that is going to take on the same persona that we have thanks to the follow. We pass those terrible habits down. And instead of us prioritizing that we deserve to be healthy, thank you for the follow, and that you deserve to be healthy if you have kids, if you're looking at your child and you're like, golly, like you sit there and you look at a kid and you're like, oh, that's just baby fat. But you don't realize the fact that that's not baby fat. That's that child's body speaking to you and telling you like it's completely inflamed on the inside. And that's the reason why when you hold on to that little child that is no longer a baby or an infant, it's a 10-year-old child that is chunky as all get out. It's because they're overweight and they're inflamed on the inside. These kids are sitting here being raised on iPads and all these different technologies, their switches and different things. They're not active as we used to be. And look how unhealthy we are now. And we're older. We used to be active in the streets. So it's like, okay, it didn't catch up to us a long time ago. Yes, there were some hefty kids. I was a hefty kid. But we still were active and able to run a mile. These kids nowadays can't even run a mile. And I'm speaking as somebody who used to work with kids. I worked with kids for, I think, almost 5 years, if not 5 years. I worked at the Boys and Girls Club for almost 2 years. When we came back from the pandemic, none of those children could run. I literally was sitting there having to be a drill sergeant to make those kids start running again so they could get back in shape, because that's how unshaped they were. They couldn't run 3 laps without getting out of breath and going and walking. And so if you have kids, first of all, I challenge you to go check on your child. Can your child go run at least half of a mile? Because they should be able to. A half a mile is not that much for a child. Does your child go outside to play, or are they on their tablet all the time? Are you teaching your child how to be so unhealthy? And if you don't have any kids, what are you doing currently right now that is going to keep you in a space to be able to teach your child, hey, I want to be able to be healthy, you should be able to be healthy? Because you can't sit there and tell a child that they need to quit eating and they're so big and all these different things and tell them how unhealthy they are, but you are also unhealthy and you're doing terrible habits to yourself. And I'm speaking as somebody who literally was sitting there as a child, and my parents have never been mean to me, don't get me wrong. But I was sitting there as a child, sitting there telling my parents, like, I'm fat, I can't do this, I can't lose weight, like, I don't know what's going on. And they're telling me, no, it's okay, I have baby fat. But then I'm 20, and I'm still dealing with the same issue. I'm 22, still dealing with the same issue. And then around that time, like I said, I was 18, told that I was going to have a knee surgery. And now here I am, 26 years old. I'm smaller than I've ever been in my life. I literally was in 5th grade, 150 pounds. Like, I was a big kid. And I was not always a big kid. But it just kept piling on because I kept just having terrible habits. But as I started to grow and I started to learn and I started to educate myself on what was going on, I didn't want to have a knee surgery. I didn't deserve to have a knee surgery. When I didn't do anything, I've never broken a bone. I've only ever sprained my ankle, and it was a minor sprain. I didn't even have to have a brace. So it's like, I knew that there had to have been something deeper than them just telling me that that's just the way my knee is. And now here I am, and I'm running. Like, I'm literally working my way up to running a whole mile, because it's a time, well, sprinting rather, because I can run, but sprinting, I'm trying to get back into sprinting. And it took a lot of work. It did. I haven't been working out my whole 4-year journey that I've been plant-based. I literally just started working out, I think, 2 years ago? I was doing activity. I was walking and doing different things like yoga, but I've started running, I've started weight training, I've started doing a whole bunch of healthy habits that I never thought I would have done. Everything that I just listed made me go plant-based. That's what made me go plant-based. Me sitting there having weight fluctuation, me sitting there having painful menstrual cycles all of my life, ever since I started, me sitting here almost passing out every other month. Like, oh no, you're fine. I was just, I'm going over it again. Literally, what else? I had asthma. I was sitting there, I had developed asthma in high school. Nobody in my family has asthma. But then I realized the fact that if nobody in my family has asthma, what in the world was going on? And that's what made me assess. If nobody in my family is sitting here dealing with all of these issues that I'm having, or my family is having all of these issues with different types of kidney issues, diabetes, having cancer, and all these different things, where is it coming from? Why are the generations before the generations that are still alive today, they didn't have all these issues? They didn't pass away from that. What made me realize the fact that, like, it was so eye-opening and mind-blowing was the fact that I realized how toxic our foods were. I started to read our labels. I started to understand where our food industry was going. I started to understand the agenda that they had. And it goes deeper than just the food. But that was the first step for me. That made me realize the fact that, like, when they were fixing the ramens during 2020, they were fixing the sinks with ramen in 2020, it made me sit there and go, I'm eating this and you can fix a sink with it? I knew it was heavy with sodium, but I didn't think about the noodles being bad too. Then I started to look at the ingredients for all the cereal that I love, all the different junk that I love, like Takis and hot Cheetos. And then started to realize that, like, the red dye is making me unstable. It's making my skin break out. It's making me sit here because I get rashes on my body more than my face. And so I was like, that's why the reason why I'm having all these rashes. That's the reason why my neck is so dark. Because I'm so imbalanced and I'm so toxic on the inside. And they say that that is a sign of you having developing diabetes, and I was developing insulin resistance. And so as I sat there and I was like, wow, like it all makes sense. It makes sense why they're pushing GMOs onto us, because GMOs are inflammatory. They have come out with several studies that say that from other countries, because they don't care about us here, but other countries have stopped their production for GMOs for the most part. For all of the stuff that we are approved for and what we're doing, they aren't doing, because they sat there and said, thanks for the follow, these GMOs, they sit there and feed cancer cells. It produces a type of cell that replicates that's outside of the cancer cells that feeds the cancer cells. So on top of the cancer cell, it also produces a toxic cell that feeds the cancer cells. So you have two cells that are in your body fighting, and it's feeding the one that's literally going to lead you to having cancer. And so it's time for us to realize that our priorities are off, one. And since our priorities are so off, it's time for us to reassess what we have going on with our habits and change our lifestyle, because we deserve better. I know I deserved better. And so what did I do? I went and I got better for myself. And since I did that for myself, here I am almost 4 years into being plant-based and have healed all the issues that I was going through. And not only have I healed, but I've been able to help other people in their life to be able to switch their lifestyle either to a healthier one or just to understand healthier habits. The influence of seeing people heal around you is absolutely amazing. Hearing the success stories is absolutely amazing. But it's a matter of you wanting to go get it, because the people who actually want it like I did, they go and they get it. Fully want to get it. If they fully want to get it, they will. And they will find it. There's been some questions. Hold on, you guys. I usually don't take a whole bunch of questions until the end, but y'all are engaging today. So I'll take it. Let me see. You said, I already answered that. Okay, you said, I'm just starting my journey. How long did it take you to heal? The healing process is not going to happen overnight. The healing process happens when you learn how. Like, honestly, it's a matter of, because when I first got into the lifestyle, I thought I was vegan. No vegan product will support me. Vegan is not going to support me in any way, shape, or form. I'm plant-based. And plant-based looks like me eating fruits and vegetables. Me understanding that in order for me to heal, it's using food as my medicine. Right now, I'm on a cleanse. I did eat. I usually try not. I fasted for 2 days. Like, I fasted 24 hours, ate a meal, next 24 hours and ate a meal. But today I couldn't do it. Like, I was hungry by 11, and then by 12 I was hungry, so I waited until around like 2 to eat. But I am on a cleanse right now, and I've been on a cleanse since Friday. I broke the cleanse on Saturday because I really was hungry, and I just said, you know what, I'll start again on Sunday. But I've been technically kind of cleansing it since Friday. And it's like, I do this on the regular. I do this at least once a month. I try to do it at least once a month. I'm not gonna say I do it every single month, but I try to, at least for 3 days minimum. But this week I'm trying to do it for at least 7 days. And so that's where the healing comes from, is you understanding how to use food as your medicine rather than you just being a consumer. Because as you are sitting here consuming, and you're not actually sitting here, releasing as much as you need to, because a lot of us don't realize that our gut biome is off. So our pH in our stomach is off, and when our gut pH is off, our brain is going to be off, because we're not digesting enough. Everything is not flowing and moving enough. So that means you are backed up. And if you were eating meat or dairy especially, you have to put 2 and 2 together, that is storing inside of you. It's staying. Meat is staying. Dairy is different. Obviously, if you're drinking it, it's going to flow. It's a liquid. But when you were eating meat, that is a dead animal. That is a carcass. That is something that you were literally consuming that has passed away. They put preservatives in it. They freeze it. They keep it for a long time. You don't even know how long that was in the grocery store or the market or wherever else that you got it from before it was put in front of you, cooked on the plate, or came from your freezer and you're cooking it right now. And then you consume that. And if your gut biome is any type of unhealthy, that means your digestive system is not functioning at full capacity. So that means you are sitting there with that carcass stuck inside of you, pieces and particles. Meat feeds parasites, and it also gives you parasites. So if you already have parasites and you're eating meat, you are feeding the parasites that are in you and giving them more friends. And then on top of you giving them more friends, you do realize that they produce babies. So they're just going to keep reproducing inside of you, because you never stop eating meat. You never stop eating dairy. And they feed off of the inflammation that you give them. And the inflammatory foods are meat and dairy and these processed snacks that have all these additives and fillers. And you eat these because you think this is food, not realizing that you're just feeding the parasites in your body, and parasites are toxic to your body. That's how you get so inflamed, more than what the inflammatory foods are doing. And we're not taught to do parasite cleanses outside of what they tell you on TikTok, to do these tinctures and you to do these different herbal supplements and all these different things. And you don't realize the fact that that's not going to support you in getting rid of parasites. First of all, I just want to let you know that now. No type of liquid can get rid of parasites. No type of liquid can get rid of parasites. It can get the topical, the babies. It can get the surface. It's not going deep enough to penetrate the parasites that have been there for years on end. What helps you be able to help your body heal is flushing and releasing and resetting. And you have to know that how to do that correctly. You can't just sit here and get on TikTok really quickly and assume that's the answer to all of your problems and you're going to heal within a month because somebody else healed it within a month. Unless you were literally sitting here today deciding you're going to go on a raw plant-based diet and you're only going to eat fruits for the next month or two, which most of us won't, because majority of y'all can't even go a couple of days of just eating fruits. That's the only way that you're going to get your quick, fast healing that you're really desiring. Stop eating. Only flush your body with fruits. Then you'll see a quick change. But if you can't do that, like majority of us can't, because I can. I know that I can only do a fruit cleanse for a little period of time. I've gone a week, but that's the maximum I've been of just only fruits. You'll start to realize the fact that, like, healing is possible for you. It's just a matter of how terrible your habits are and reparenting and reprogramming your habits to have healthier ones so that you're integrating more fruits and vegetables. You're craving the fruits and vegetables that you need to be eating rather than you sitting here craving junk. You're eating your Oreos, your cookies, your hot Takis. You're sitting here eating McDonald's. You're eating Chili's and Cheddars and all these chain restaurants, not realizing how terrible these foods are for your body. You said they want to get, yeah, exactly. They want to get more money. I gotta go back up. He said, so they need more money. I said, yes, they always want more money. That's the whole reason why they keep us sick. That's literally the whole point of Western medicine, is to not heal. Western medicine is here to teach us how to sit here and can be a consumer, be a dollar sign. And that's what they treat us as. They don't treat us as people. They don't treat us as somebody who deserves to be healthy and healing and know how to support your body. They treat you as, how can I profit off of them? How can I make them sit here? And yes, you'll deal with the issue that you have going on because you go in and you have knee and back pain. Take this Advil and this Aleve. This will be perfect. Turns off all your pain receptors. Go take this. But they don't tell you the fact that when you were taking your prescription, because they put it on the warning label, yes, it destroys your liver, it destroys your kidneys, it destroys your gut, because obviously all of those things are your filtration systems, because your gut deals with the things that you consume. Your liver and your kidneys are two different ways to filter your blood and to filter the things that need to be absorbed as nutrients. And so you sit here and you take these things because your doctor tells you to take it. But then you're wondering why in 20 years after you've taken Aleve and Advil and Tylenol and all these different things, why in the world do you have kidney issues? Why in the world is your liver failing? Why is your gut biome so thrown off? Now you have IBS. Because you don't know how to take care of your body and you're too busy believing in the facade of what is normal. It's not normal to be on all these medications. It's not normal to be sitting here in this sick society like we are. It's not normal to not crave fruits and vegetables. Every other craving that you are having is because you trained yourself to have it, and now you have literally made your brain no longer crave what it naturally craves. You said you're having brain fog, and that's one thing that comes from your gut biome being off, is you developing fatigue, brain fog, any type of mental illness going on. You have to realize that stems from your food. That stems from your food and the imbalance in your gut. You say you started eating healthy and that brought your blood pressure to normal. That's absolutely amazing. That's absolutely amazing. You said, what about salads? And that's what it will do if you start eating correctly. You start eating to actually what a body needs to eat, not eating according to your body type or your blood type or whatever else they try to tell you. Eat according to how you're supposed to. When a toddler is put here on earth, what do you give a toddler? I say this about every single live, but it's like it really hones it in. When a toddler is put here, or not put here obviously, but they've been here for some years, they finally grow their first tooth or it starts teething, what do you start feeding this child? You don't sit there and start feeding them crap from processed food. I mean, some people do, but what are you supposed to feed them? You start feeding them purees, peas, carrots. You start feeding them sweet potatoes. You start feeding them regularly. Like, you start feeding them things that they can actually sit there and don't have to necessarily chew, but digest. Because everybody knows that when you give a baby, if you blend up a whole bunch of berries, you're going to have some issues when it comes to going to the bathroom. And now you're going to be sitting there changing diapers back to back. That's flushing their system. They have a little itty bitty system, so it runs through. So can you only imagine what it's going to do to your system if you sit there and do just like how those toddlers do? And you're not saying you have to puree or juice or anything like that, but just start eating the fruits and vegetables that you're supposed to. What do you think that's going to do to your body and how it's going to help you? Just saying. Salads, I eat them, but I don't, like, I'm not sitting there heavily promoting salads. Like, salads are something that I say, if you want to eat a salad, eat a salad. If you don't want to eat a salad, you don't have to eat a salad. I eat a salad if I'm craving it. I always crave kale. Kale is like one of the things that I always crave. And I really feel like it's because, like, I know that they said that it can deplete your iron, but I have not had that issue with me eating kale. So I don't know if it's just because my iron is so stable because I eat all of the things that I need for iron, or it's just because it doesn't have that effect on my body. I don't know. I haven't done any tests as far as like me eating kale and then trying to go to the doctor and get a blood test. But I used to be iron deficient, so it's not like I didn't have iron deficiency before. And so from me going from being iron deficient to being able to eat all the kale that I want, that says something right here that like my body healed from all of that crap. Like, it makes absolutely no sense that we're not taught how to take care of our body. If you're craving a salad, then you eat a salad if that's what you want. But I'm not saying go out here and just, I don't get the kale and put it on the plate and put some sauce on it and I'm like, oh, this is it. Or go get some bland chicken and go put it on there. No, if you want to make yourself a salad and you've been craving a salad, that's your body's way of telling you that you're craving nutrients. You're craving real nutrients. And so for me, I like to eat a rainbow. So throw bell peppers in there, throw some avocado, throw some seeds in there, some different nuts, like throw a plethora of things. Some chickpeas. I absolutely love chickpeas on a salad, especially if they're air fried. Throw a plethora of different foods on there, mix it together. That's how you get yourself full off of a salad, because people love to complain about they can't get food off a salad or they don't want to eat a salad because of this or that. You're not making it correctly. And I'm not talking about just throwing a bunch of fruit in the salad and saying, ooh, this is a fruit salad. No, actually make it where you're going to enjoy it. Put things that you like inside of it. But you sitting there eating that bland chicken with that salad because you think that is healthy, I was there and I'm telling you, I was not happy. I did it for like, I think a month. I think I did a diet of me eating bland chicken in a salad, like a little piece of lettuce or whatever else with it, doing lettuce wraps with this bland piece of chicken. I wasn't happy. Thanks for these gifts. I wasn't happy at all. I'm sitting there complaining, but I was like, at least I'm losing weight. And everybody's like, yeah, you're doing it. But here I am, after I get off of it, I gain all the weight back. I only lost like 5 pounds in between that. And I can do a cleanse like I am doing now. And I'm telling you, if you do a fruit cleanse or a vegetable cleanse for however long that you feel, 3 days, 5 days. I did a 5-day cleanse and lost 15 pounds and did not gain the 15 pounds back after I got off the cleanse. Because that's the key. Y'all do all of these diets and all these different things for momentary parts of your life, and then you gain all the weight back and some. I didn't gain the 15 pounds back. I left it, it stayed off. And now I'm doing this cleanse again because I want to lose about 10 to 15 more. Like, that's just what I want. I'm happy where I am, but that's what I want because I've been working hard. I've been working out. And so it's like, I want to see that result before the end of the summer, because when winter time's coming back around, I feel like I always get a little fluffy. So it's like, at least if I get a little fluffy, it'll be the 10, 15 pounds that I already lost and got rid of that I didn't want. So it's the matter of just understanding that your health is not just something that you take seriously when it's convenient for you. You have to prioritize your health and understand that in order for you to prioritize your health, you have to know how to take care of your body. You can't prioritize something if you don't even know how to do it. If you're sitting here, first of all, eating any fast food, any chain restaurants, I want you to understand they're probably serving you GMOs. They don't have to tell you. Like, they don't have to tell you. They don't have to tell you they're serving you GMOs. Thanks for the follows, guys. I'm scrolling through these comments. She said, can we talk privately? I don't know if you're still here, but yes, you can always DM me if you have questions. I do have one-on-ones that you can book with me. If you desire to have a one-on-one with me and to, have a chat about like, okay, I have diabetes going on, I have this going on, and I need help, that one-on-one will support you. I also have a plant-based cookbook that came out yesterday. It is only $25. You can get it with the firm Klarna Afterpay. That will support you in understanding the beginning steps of you being able to cook plant-based recipes if you don't don't know how to cook, this book will support you and help you. This is not hard at all. I don't have anything crazy in this book. If you are already plant-based and you just want inspiration and you want, an experienced guide, this will support you in having more recipes for you to be able to cook. Because I used to be where I would say, I don't know what I want to eat. I always don't know what I want to eat. I'm tired of eating this. I'm tired of eating that. I don't say that anymore. Like, and I can say that wholeheartedly. Like, I don't say that anymore. I'm now to the point where literally I'm so creative with the foods that I want to eat and what I want to do with like whatever I'm making in that moment, that it's like I literally could sit there, look at all the ingredients that I have, if I have everything that I need, obviously, and throw things together. And that's what a lot of these meals were just me sitting here and thinking, what else can I throw in here? What can I put two into this together and this together? And then by the end, I'm like, wow, that was a whole meal that I just threw together in 10, 15 minutes and didn't even realize it. And then there's days where I'm in the kitchen for hours. It just all depends, you know what I mean? But I did understand and started taking my health, to understand how to take care of my health. And then I started taking my health seriously. I started to understand that, like, it's deeper than the excuses, because you see a lot of people make excuses. Exactly. It's deeper than just making an excuse of, I'm tired, I can't, I don't want to. And I was doing this while I was working my 9 to 5. I no longer work at the place that I was, but while I was working my 9 to 5, I started my health journey of me working out again. So I say this is somebody who did it. It's not the matter of fact you don't have enough time. It's a matter of what do you want for yourself. Because I knew that I was going to Vegas that May, and I knew that I wanted to look good. So what did I do? I prioritized. I'm going to go walking at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I don't care how hot it is. I don't care how tired I am at the end of the day. All I have to do is walk. And that was my mindset. All I have to do is walk. Same thing about you having a healthy lifestyle. Think in your head. All I have to do is figure out what I want to eat tonight. I don't have to worry about anything else. Stop complicating it. Stop making it, I can't because I have to do this. Stop thinking about it and just start to realize that all you have to do is retrain your brain to go, all I have to do is do this. I can do this. First, I'm going to put this in the air fryer. First, I'm going to make me some quinoa. And then I'm going to go sit down and relax for a little minute while that cooks. I'm going to go get in the shower, reset myself. You have to train your brain to sit there and do what you want it to do, because you've trained your brain to complain. You've trained your brain to make the excuses. You have trained your brain to sit here and crave unhealthy foods. It's all the matter of what you train yourself to do. You can get out of those those habit patterns. You can release that. It's the matter of, do you want to? Do you want this for yourself? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to know how to make plant-based foods that are going to support you like it supported me for almost 4 years? If you don't want it, then that's fine. But I'm just going to let you know that this page probably is not for you. But if you want to be healthier, if you want and you desire to know how, and you desire to not be sitting here leading yourself to diseases and illnesses, going back and forth to the doctor, having to take everything that they give you because you don't know how to heal, then that's your choice. That's a choice that you make. And I'm sorry that you choose toxicity over the fact that you can heal, because that's what your body is designed to do, heal. Your body is a healing mechanism. It's the matter of what are you going to do to help it heal, because you're blocking your healing right now with the actions that you have. So how are you going to switch that? How are you going to flip the switch for the opposite? And if you don't know how to do that, you need to come work with me. I do have a 6-week program that is for the people that are serious, that are ready. That is not something that you can just jump into. That is a 4-figure investment. It's over 1K. It's not terrible for how much you get, though, because you understand you're getting, not only you're getting my personal advice, you're getting me, you're getting everything that I've done, walk through straight through how to go plant-based. And by the end of that program, you'll not only know how to be plant-based, you will be plant-based completely. You'll have plenty of recipes, you'll have plenty of support, and you'll be able to make your own non-toxic products. All of these different things will support you in living a non-toxic, holistic, plant-based lifestyle, because you have to know that they're poisoning you with the products that you buy into, as well as not just the food. If you're sitting here and you think that you have to clean your house with bleach, and you're sitting here using Lysol, spraying it all up in your air, and you're using Febreze and all of these different things because you're like, I can't have my house stink and I don't want to stink, you do realize, and I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, but there's been studies and they're talking about how they're doing autopsies on these bodies. And when they do an autopsy on these bodies and they cut open the liver, their livers are smelling like plug-ins, Lysol, Febreze, all these different heavy chemical smells. So think about how many years you've been sitting here spraying perfume on your lymph nodes, on all of your thyroid and everything else, all your intimate parts, your lymphatic system. How much you have absorbed chemicals inside of your body, not realizing and not knowing. What is your liver smelling like right now? Because that's what it smells like. Because when you're using natural, actual products, like how I make my own perfumes, when you're using natural products, those things are not sitting there lingering in the air for hours on end, being absorbed to your bloodstream. Think about the fact that you're spraying perfume on all your intimate parts and it's going straight to your bloodstream. Perfume is full of chemicals. They don't have to sit there and regulate what kind of fragrance is inside of your perfume. They just label it as fragrance. Not realizing that they mix 10, 20, 100 different chemicals together to get you that orangey, citrusy smell that you love. Or that cinnamon smell, because they didn't use real cinnamon. But it's so easy for you to make your own natural perfume. It's a matter of you knowing how to do that. And that's what you learn when you get in my 6-week program. Or my 12-week, because there's 2. You can opt into either one. You learn how to make your own products. You make your own. I make my own body wash. I make my own perfume. I make my own soap. I make my own toothpaste, mouthwash. There's something else I make. Oh, I have my own laundry detergent. I don't make the liquid kind because it's so much easier just to do the way that I do it. But literally, there's so many different alternatives than you going and you thinking that you have to go and clean with Febreze and Lysol and you have to spray this in the air or spray perfume on your body, that you have to take your summer's eve wash every single day and put it on your intimate parts, because at the end of the day, you think you're going to stink if you don't use it. Not realizing that if your body stinks, if you have an odor of any kind, not just your natural body smell, but an odor, it's because you have too much dead carcass inside of you. And that's what's emitting from your pores. That's what's coming out of your pores. You've been consuming this way all of your life. And now that is coming out of your pores. That's the reason why you're smelling. You have an odor rather than just having your natural body scent. That's the reason why you can't go a day without wearing deodorant. Because I can go a day without wearing deodorant, but you couldn't. And I'm not a smelly person. I can do that because I know that I'm, first of all, cleansed. I eat fruits and vegetables, and I sit here and I know when to cleanse my body. If you can't go a day and you sit there and you use, first of all, you use chemical deodorant, because majority of those deodorants that are on the shelves that are accessible to you are full of chemicals. And if you are using any of the non-whatever chemical deodorants and you're like, this doesn't work, that's not the deodorant's fault. It's not the deodorant's fault, because the natural deodorants, they're going to eat up the bacteria that causes smell. So when you were sitting there saying that the deodorant is not working because you still have an odor, realize the fact that you are so heavily sitting there with these toxic bacteria on your skin that it's making you smell. Hello. You have to realize it's not anybody's problem or anybody's fault but yours. If you don't prioritize your own health, nobody's going to prioritize your health. These companies won't prioritize your health because you won't. You put yourself on the back burner and your health on the back burner, and they see that. They know that. You are the marketing, you are the person to market to. You are the consumer. And so what do? They observe you. They analyze you and your habits. And they know that you don't take care of yourself enough. But I'm here to help you to be able to change that, because you deserve better. I deserved better, so I went and got better. I didn't want to keep being some kind of marketing gimmick. I didn't want to keep sitting here and being something for them to be able to profit off of, and me not knowing how to take care of my body correctly because I didn't prioritize myself enough. I've always loved myself. But you're not showing yourself love by doing whatever you want to do. Doing any and everything to your body is not showing it love. Blocking your own healing, that's not showing your body love. But helping your body heal and reset and release, that's showing your body love. Thanks for the follow. Sitting here being built up with all these toxins and being inflamed is not showing your body love. When you're sitting here dealing with excess bloating and excess fat and you don't know how to release it, so you think, let me go do diet culture, that's not showing your body love and saying that you're giving your body what you need. That's giving your body instability on top of the inflammation that it has going on. It's not going to help you keep the weight off. What's going to help you is changing the habits that you have to healthier ones. Because when you change and you seek change and educating yourself on how to actually treat your body correctly, and you seek it from the right people and not just get on TikTok and follow any and everybody, that's how you learn how to heal. Outside of tinctures, outside of herbs, outside of supplements, or whatever else that they have taught you. Because I have herbs behind me right here, but I don't have to take them all the time because I know how to support myself. When you sit here and you eat crap all the time, there is no herb or tincture or supplement that is going to be able to help you. You only start using these when you know how to take care of your body first. You only start using herbs and tinctures when your body is ready to actually absorb these things. If you have something going on inside of you, and yes, let's say, for instance, you don't want to take insulin and you found an herb that will help you with that, I'm not saying you can't, but you're wasting your money if you're not changing your lifestyle. Because it's not going to work as potent as it would in my body, if that makes sense. It's not going to be as potent for you. So if you sit here and think that there's going to be a momentary fix or something that is going to get you a quick fix to any issue that you have, and you're not changing the way that you eat, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be wasting a whole lot of money before you realize. And then you're going to sit there and say, well, holistic medicine didn't work for me. It's not because it didn't work. It's because you don't know how to take care of yourself. And you thought that a tincture was going to be the quick fix for you. When in reality, nothing is going to be a quick fix. What's going to fix you is changing your terrible habits that you have. Stop being so toxic on the inside. Support your body. Support yourself. Show yourself love with the habits that you have. Start using food as your medicine. Stop using all these terrible products. If you're still using feminine washes of any kind, realize the fact that they used to market Febreze. Yeah, Febreze, because I would say Lysol, but it's Febreze. Febreze used to be a feminine hygiene product. Keep that in mind. So they're also selling you this Summer's Eve and this Vagisil and all these different things that still have chemicals in them. They just relabeled them. They just relabeled them. And if you don't know, you don't need to be putting on anything on your intimate parts, period. Period. A whole bunch of chemicals. If you're not washing yourself with natural products, because when you use natural products, you can use it on your whole body. You don't have to have a certain thing for your face, certain thing for your body, certain thing for your intimate parts. I use cast-off soap. I can use it on my whole body. I don't use cast-off soap on my face now because my face is combination skin, and I don't like drying my face out to having to re-moisturize it, because a lot of my only part of my face is really oily is like my T-zone. But I understand my body because I can read my body, because I listen to my body. Majority of society cannot hear their own body because they have told it to hush for so many years. And your body has stopped speaking to you because you have ignored it for so many years. You think that you developing all these issues with bloating and excess fat, or you having insulin resistance, or you sitting here dealing with any kind of cold or flu or anything is because that, oh, I've been eating out a lot, or oh, it was because so-and-so was sick. No, if you do not know, illness cannot thrive inside of you unless you're toxic on the inside. You can be exposed to every single illness out there that we have going on right now. If you have no toxicity inside of your body for it to thrive on, it's not going to thrive in your body. You're not going to get sick. That's the reason why you look at some people and you're like, they never get sick. It's because they're not toxic on the inside enough, or their immune system has been built up and it's so strong that that little bit of toxicity doesn't thrive. Because I'm one of those people that I rarely ever got sick before the lifestyle. And when I first got into this lifestyle, I was back and forth because I worked with kids, back and forth, runny nose, sore throat, coughing. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, I'm like, I didn't ever get sick. And so once I realized that it's because when you have inflammation and toxicity going on, the disease is going to thrive in that environment. So once I started to cleanse, whenever I saw a child in the room was sick, or if I was exposed to somebody who was sick, what did I do? I took my whatever medication I had, because I take like oil of oregano or black seed oil. I start doing my cleansing. I make sure that I don't eat anything fried, and boom, I'm fine. I don't get sick. But y'all sit there and know that you have a sniffle, that you have a sore throat, that you have X, Y, and Z going on, and you get inflammatory dairy. You sit here and you put meat inside of your body, and then on top of that, you fry it, or you go get fried meats. And if you don't know, these fast food chains, they're not using avocado or olive oil in your food. They're using vegetable oil and canola oil, which are two inflammatory things. You're toxic. Your habits are toxic and you need to quit. For the people that are telling others to use key lime, that's the same thing. And I'm going to say the same thing that I said earlier. If you use key lime and you still are sitting there thinking that that's going to be the quick fix because everybody on TikTok is telling you use a key lime, realize that if you have terrible food habits and you haven't cleansed or reset yourself, you're going to be stinking. Like, I have been around people who sit there and they use key limes because they're like, that's a good alternative for deodorant, or, you know, they don't have enough money to buy deodorant, so they just go get some key limes. But you do realize the fact that you're funky. Like, and the reason why you're funky is because you're so built up with toxins. You are what you eat. It's going to come out through your pores. Disease won't thrive in an alkaline environment, and I'm not alkaline plant-based. I'm not alkaline. I don't eat alkaline, but I support my body enough where it's not toxic. I can tell you that. That's why I said I'm not raw plant-based. I'm not alkaline. I do not the I do the basics. I'm not even the basics. I don't want to say that. I do the realistic route. I cleanse during my month. Every single month I try to. I cleanse. I eat when I crave. When I'm hungry. I just don't sit there and give into all the crap cravings of, oh, I'm going to go get fast food because I just don't feel like doing it. Oh, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to get my fried chicken because I'm craving fried chicken. No, I sit there and I assess myself. Are you just hungry? Probably. Have you had fried food this week? Yeah. That's probably why you're craving it again, because you literally are training your brain to say, oh, we got some fried chicken this week. Let's go get some more fried chicken. Instead of sitting there and just doing and consuming and filling, take a moment and step back. Drink some water. Heck, that kills me. Before you eat anything in your day, before you start your day and you break your fast, drink some water. See if you're really hungry. Wait 10-15 minutes. And when you drink that water and you realize that you're not hungry at 8 o'clock in the a.m., you can wait until about 11. You'll start to see how easy it is for you to intermittent fast. You'll start to see how easy it is for you to fast, period. For the ones that weren't in here earlier, hi, my name is Kendra. I'm a plant-based lifestyle strategist. For one, I just want to introduce myself because I didn't already. I literally fasted for 2 days. Like, I ate a meal, 24 hours, ate a meal, 24 hours, ate another meal. Like, no issues. Wasn't starving throughout the day. I literally only ate when I got hungry, which was after 24 hours. I was like, oh my God. It's been 24 hours. I haven't eaten. Let me go get something because I drank my water. And that's literally majority of the time, because when it's hot outside, I've noticed that I get sick when I eat when it's hot outside. So when you're sitting there and, like, for instance, I was out and about. When you're sitting there and you're out and about and you're sitting there like, oh, I'm just so hungry. I don't know. Like, I feel like I've been hungry all day. Have you drank water today? Have you given your body the nutrients that it needs today? Probably not. Probably not, because majority of people haven't, because they don't even think about these their priorities are off. They want Sprites, they want Cokes, they want Dr. Peppers, they want juices. They're not thinking about the fact that they haven't had any water. And when you tell them to drink water, they act like children. Like, we're not kids anymore. When are we going to grow up and realize that if you want to be healthy, you have to have healthy habits? Like, it's, make the connection, put 2 and 2 together. You want to be healthy, you have to have healthy habits. You want to have a better lifestyle, you have to have healthy habits. If you want to have healthy habits, you have to have the mindset to have healthier habits. You can't just be sitting here saying, oh, I don't want to do this. This is going to suck. I'm going to be starving. You're not going to do it. Your brain's going to tell you automatically. You just subconsciously reinforced the excuses and the negative. So now you're going to sit here and maybe do it for a week, and then you're going to be like, I don't have to do this anymore. Why am I making myself suffer? You're not suffering. You're supporting your body correctly. And so for everybody that is new here that has not heard, I do have a plant-based cookbook that is out that will support you. It's only $25. You can get it with Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay. And this plant-based cookbook has over 15 recipes that will support you. I added the last recipe yesterday, so I think that I'm at If I can't think of it like off the top of my head, I think I'm at 20 plus. Like honestly, I gave you quite a few recipes in here because it's a beginner guide to help you know how to support your body with food and be able to enjoy the food that you are eating, because I'm not sitting here starving or hating the food that I'm eating. Or even in the beginning when I first was trying and transitioning, that's literally what kept me going, was because I enjoyed the food. I was like, this food is pretty good. Like I was like, okay, I can see the enticement into the lifestyle. And then as I started to learn that I literally can recreate everything that I love and make it in plant-based, I was like, well, why do I need meat anymore when meat is making me inflammatory? Same thing with eggs. I loved eggs. I know how to make eggs now, and I don't have to have an actual egg from a chicken. But it's all, hold on y'all, asked me to verify myself. Okay, but it's all because I took the time to educate myself, because I wanted to learn this lifestyle. It wasn't because I was sitting there waiting until I was diagnosed with something and being told that I have to change my lifestyle and I have to be healthier. I wanted it. I wanted it to be healthier. I wanted to support my body. I wanted to figure out why in the world do I have asthma and how do I get rid of it. I wanted to stop having weight fluctuation and hormonal imbalances. I didn't want to wait until I had fibroids and cysts or gut related issues. I didn't want to wait until my liver and kidney and everything else was failing and suffering. And so if you are at the space where you've either developed something or you don't want to develop something, so you're prepared to go on ahead and get started today, healthy healing is possible for you. It's just a matter of going and getting it. Because I wanted it and I knew I deserved it, and you deserve it. And so it's a matter of, do you want it? Because yes, I'm here to chat with everybody, and I'm here to express and to share and to let you know all the knowledge that I'm giving, because I'm not gatekeeping. Literally, the Most High gave me this knowledge, and within a couple of years, I was ready to share. But it's a matter of, if you feel like you need convincing and you need somebody to sit here and walk you through it like a child and to baby you through this, and to sit there and, oh, just don't eat it, it's okay. I'm not the one for you. I'm not going to sit here. But if you need support, I will support you. If you need inspiration and tips, I will support you. If you need somebody to help you figure out what is going on because you've developed X, Y, and Z, because you have hormonal imbalances, because you have insulin resistance, whatever else, I can support you in doing that. But I'm not going to sit here and walk you like a baby. I worked with kids. And a lot of kids act more emotionally mature than adults nowadays. It's a matter of, what do you prioritize? Do you prioritize you being healthy and prioritizing your life? Or do you prioritize how you can feel your body, and let's see how long my body will last? Because your body won't last that long. A lot of people's check engine light has been on their body for a long time, and they have done nothing about it. Let's just be honest here. But if you have not grabbed my plant-based cookbook, or you have not checked it out, all of my links are in my social media bios. It's in my Instagram, my Facebook. My TikTok is not clickable. I keep forgetting to change it, because I think I can put a clickable link in there now. But if you DM me, I will send it directly to you, or you can check all my other socials. All my past lives are posted on YouTube. So if you feel like you need more information, or you love the content that I give, because I give a lot of content, all of my past lives are posted on YouTube. Go check out my Purge to Poison playlist, and go check out my Plant-Based Mastery playlist. I give you plenty of free content, to the point where it's like, if you are at the space where you don't feel like you can get any further on your journey and you need more help, that's when you should come work with me, and I will support you in doing that, whether it's a one-on-one, or you getting with my program, or you just buying in my plant-based cookbook, or you buying my cleanse and my detox guide. I give you so much free content because I have so much education and knowledge to give you. But it's like, at the end of the day, not everything can be free. It's a matter of what you want to get, because I can do all of this work all day long, but if you don't want it, you're not going to do anything with the information that I give you. But if you buy it, I bet you'll sit there and you'll use it. It's just like all those books on those shelves that you people that y'all buy and y'all don't use. You don't read it. You don't do anything with it. You spend all that money, and then you're like, I didn't even use this. But I guarantee, if you buy into that program, you'll use that. You'll do what you're supposed to be doing. You'll stay on yourself. You buy a cleanser detox book for me, I bet that $60 will make you go, you know what, I do need to cleanse. You're right. And this is going to support me without tinctures and supplements. It's going to actually help me heal. So I'm here now. You can ask me any questions that you have before I hop off. I'm going to give y'all about like 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to hop off. But ask me any questions that you have. And if you don't feel comfortable dropping them down in the comments, you can always DM me. All my DMs are always open. And like I said, if you cannot figure out how to get to the link of anything that you want to, if you want to book a one-on-one, if you want to get into the program, or if you just want to buy the plant-based cookbook, or you want to learn about the cleansing and detoxing guide, I can send you the link directly. All of my links have like landing pages for information to give you all the information of what you'll be getting and whatever, so that you don't sit here and you're not feeling like that I'm just trying to take your money. Like, I'm literally showing you everything that I'm going to give you and the products and the services that I offer. I'm not here to just sit here and take your money and run with it. I want to help you and to support you, because when you start healing, like I said, healing is contagious. You start showing healing around, everybody else in your environment is going to go, what did you do? How did you do that? Girl, when did you start looking like that? Because that's the energy that I get all the time. People who have not seen me in years that see me now, they literally look at me and they're like they have to take a double take. They literally look at me and they're like, what did you do? Especially for the people that saw me right before I went to this lifestyle, because I posted it on my video, on my TikTok. It's pinned. You can see how I was looking right before I went to this lifestyle. Completely different. And it's all because I prioritized my health correctly. You are so welcome for the information. You are so welcome. But drop your comments if you have any if you have any questions. I said your comments. Drop your questions in the comments if you have any questions before I hop off of here. Because we deserve to know how to take care of our bodies. Like, if you have any questions that I can help you with, if you don't want to ask on here and you DM me, I will answer it to my best of my ability. And then if I have any products or service to refer you to, I will. But I'm gonna hop off of here, I guess, because I'm not seeing any questions. I just ate something, so I'm not really that hungry, but I'm debating if I'm gonna. Thanks for the follow. Thanks. And for everybody that's in here right now, if you've not followed me, go ahead and follow me. I need to figure out how to change that link for sure. I gotta figure it out, because I think I can add a link in my bio now, so I need to figure out if I can, or if I have to switch to a business account. I don't know. We're gonna see. Actually, let's just check it right now while I'm in here. Y'all can ask me questions if y'all have questions. Yeah, see, I don't see the category for me to be able to add a link, so I think I'd have to switch to a business account, because I'm trying to look and I don't see it. Okay, guys, I'm not seeing any of y'all's questions, so I guess I'm gonna hop off of here and I'm gonna figure out if I have to, because I can switch to a business account, but I used to be. Let me see if I can figure it out. But I'm not seeing any questions, so I hope everybody has a great rest of their day, and I hope that this information has really impacted you and has helped you. And like I said, all of my DMs are always open if you have any questions, and I hope that you just flourish through your life. But you have to understand that in order for you to flourish, you have to eat correctly. You have to give your body the fuel that you need in order for you to run the mile, if you need to run the mile.